Welcome to BackPackTrack, the solo travel podcast for people who think one backpack is a lifestyle. Solo traveling ruins your life. That's my statement. I know it's crazy, and some of you will nod here, while others will be quite furious. Like, how dare I say something like that? But hear me out. I do have my reasons why solo traveling ruined at least my life. I mean, I will never be able to go back to my life before I started solo traveling. And actually, that sounds quite scary. But to be honest, it's just a reality for me now. And I do not regret it. Because right now, I love my life so fucking much. And even though I had to make a lot of sacrifices, I don't care. I love it. Best decision ever. And don't get me wrong, I'm sometimes a little bit delusional, but I know solo traveling or traveling forever is not for anyone or for everybody. Not everyone, not everybody will feel the same way how I feel about traveling. I mean, of course not. We're all different, right? But for me in general, it applies no matter what lifestyle you choose. In the end, there is actually no right or wrong. No, there's only, is it suitable for me? Does it work for me? Yes or no. And that's it. As easy as that. And yeah, I don't know. If I think back about the beginning of my journey, it started all very, very innocent. I mean, for me, I just wanted to escape the daily dose of 9 to 5 work life in Germany after finishing university. And I just thought, yeah, traveling is a good idea. Why not? I never did anything like that before. I didn't had a gap year or did some exchanges with classes or anything like that. So I didn't live abroad. So yeah, good idea. Let's see where it goes. And yeah, I started in New Zealand. I wanted to improve my English. I wanted to work on a farm. I had this very romantic idea that I will cuddle the animals and grow some plants. In the end, I did that. So my dream came true. But yeah, I just wanted to experience something else, something different. And I got asked quite often, weren't you scared? Of course! What do you think? I was shit scared. When I entered the plane for the first time for this long journey, I was scared. I didn't know what to expect. I was kind of shy. I felt a little bit anxious. But yeah, I just did it. I mean, speaking about myself, I was never really a super adventurous, outgoing person. I mean, I like talking to people and having a good time and being at a house party. Yeah, sure. I mean, I think that's pretty basic. But yeah, I mean, doing something crazy or doing things alone without my friends, oh no, I felt always embarrassed. Like, I could not even go to a restaurant or even to a cinema by myself because I always felt, people will judge me like, what a loser, she's going alone. But I don't know why it changed all of the sudden. I mean, probably just due to my, mental state at that time. It was not the best. I felt like, this is all draining. What am I actually doing? So I think that was actually the last impulse which kept me going. I was just, yeah, I didn't care anymore. I had the mindset, like my new mindset was, fuck it, let's just go for it. It will be fine. We will see how it goes. So guess what? My expectations for this trip were incredibly high. I thought it would solve all my problems and I would be super happy once I started traveling. And guess what? That put a lot of pressure actually on myself. And yeah, the reality is going to New Zealand was not my magical bean or my magical potion. No, nothing had changed. My problems were still there. I mean, surprise, surprise. I mean, literally, every normal human would have thought that probably, but I was just so much in this mindset that with this journey, everything will change for the better that I kind of lost the big picture, I'd say. I mean, as I mentioned, I didn't do much research for my first trip to New Zealand or my first big trip ever alone. And so I ended up just going from city to city, even though I'm a nature girl and I don't really like cities that much. And I was bored at some point with the typical hostel small talk. I mean, you literally have it every day, and it's like, hey, how's it going? Where are you from? What are you doing here? And don't get me wrong, I think it's totally fine to have these conversations, but if you have them every day, you just feel like, why am I doing this? I get annoyed. I don't enjoy this anymore. And being honest with you, moving every 4 days, something around that, to a new place, that just made me restless. I felt drained again. It was exhausting. I mean, also my heavy backpack of 28 kilos didn't help much. And yeah, honestly, now I know, oh yeah, you need to do longer rests when you're doing the long-term travels. But yeah, I was naive. I was unexperienced. I just had, like, literally the only thing I had was this expectation with this journey. Everything will change. I was also confronted with the unavoidable truth that I couldn't handle being all by myself. And I'm talking here without any distractions like a phone or something else. Just you and your thoughts, no distraction. Oh my gosh, I couldn't handle it. It was crazy. The weight of my thoughts. Oh. And I never experienced that, even though I usually think a lot because I'm kind of an overthinker. But the travel showed me, oh my gosh, you didn't know that about yourself, and you think about stuff what you would usually avoid. And honestly, I mean, ask yourself this question, but I think a lot of us do not know themselves pretty well. And nowadays, as soon as we're getting bored, we just grab our phones and we distract ourselves. But if you're really just with you and letting all these thoughts come, and I would say it's a little bit like a barrel of water, and all your thoughts are dripping in, and you just, yeah, maybe you just ignore it. And once you have the time where you really can focus, or the thoughts just come into your mind, oh my gosh, then it's easy that it just one drop and then everything explode because it's just too heavy. And yeah, as my thoughts got heavier and heavier, the turning point came. And I can remember that I was in Picton. It's a small harbour town on the South Island of New Zealand. And it's also basically the first stop because everyone who came from the North Island by ship will enter or will land there basically and stay there. So I was sitting in the garden of the hostel and, well, I still don't know why, but a girl approached me. And that sounds maybe weird to you, but I can remember I was sitting there super grumpy and just kind of lost. I didn't know what to do with myself. And I was so glad I had a talk with her. And it seemed like she could finally understand my struggles pretty well because she has been through the same. Because we're both travelers, both female solo travelers, and we shared a lot of things. And because she was there and talked to me, I could change my perspective. And eventually, we became friends, even though we didn't see each other pretty often anymore after that. Like, I think we spent 2 days, and then we didn't see each other for 2 months, and we traveled together for maybe 3 weeks. But I still see it as a sign, because I was really so close to give up and go back home. And she came, and she changed or helped me to change my perspective. Within our time together, we had more deep talks. We made friends along the way. And as I said, finally everything shifted for me. I didn't put all these expectations on my journey anymore. I took it easy. I accepted the fact that I will have problems if I'm here or if I'm in Germany or wherever I am. I will struggle for sure because we all have problems or just things we're carrying with us, and you cannot get rid of these within one journey or one day or whatever. So I took it really easy, I took a chill pill, as you can say. And it was kind of surprising as well. I started enjoying again the daily dose of small talk and hostels. And I finally also started to connect with people beyond that. It was deeper, more meaningful. You made these connections. And even though you knew, or I knew, I will never see this person again, I was glad that you could share these deep thoughts. It was literally a 180-degree change. I started to enjoy traveling by myself solo. I enjoyed my thoughts, even though they were heavy sometimes. And I kind of knew now that other people are facing the same problems. And the travel community is actually really great. We're all supporting each other because we've been through the same shit, basically. at some point during our travels, during our journey, and we can understand. And if you share some experiences or similar things or similar problems, you feel connected. So, honestly, I'm just so glad I met this girl. And after that, I traveled more. Like after New Zealand, I went to Thailand to become a yoga teacher. I went to Japan. I was living there. And yeah, after 1 year, I finally returned. I returned back home to Germany with plenty of new memories, experiences, and with a very easy mindset, I'd say. My personality, I mean, it didn't shifted that much, but there were changes, not too high expectations on the things I'm doing, or not too much pressure. Because, sometimes I think, I mean, maybe not everyone has this problem, but I had sometimes the problem that I didn't feel that I do my very best, that I'm not good enough. But the journey actually let me just see to accept myself with all my flaws. It doesn't matter. And yeah, with that being said, I felt okay, I'm ready. I can do 9 to 5 now. I feel stronger, more empowered. I want to do this. But I didn't know that I was so far away from the truth. And I mean, again, don't get me wrong here. It's totally fine when people love their routines and their base. But that was not my thing anymore. I mean, the girl who was once happy with routines couldn't handle it anymore. No, I couldn't. I became adventurous. And I knew I need to do it again. And this is the thing. A lot of people could not understand why I wanted to go again. I heard a lot of comments like, oh, finally, now you're here. Now you can start living a real life or the truth life. And I felt like, why is only your way of living the right one? It doesn't fit for me. It's not suitable. And honestly speaking, I wasted enough years of my life already living up to other people's expectations. And I wanted to stop. So I did. I didn't give a fuck anymore, and I just bought the plane ticket again. I was, and I am, just not ready to settle down for the long term. Nope. Sorry. Not sorry. I mean, since I also met so many freelancers along the way, or just people who work remotely, I know there is another way of living or to make money. You don't necessarily need to be at home or at your one base and you stay there forever to make money. No, there are other ways too. And for me, I can just talk for myself. I rather choose the uncertain where I don't know what job I'm gonna do next or what's coming next in general instead of like this routine where I don't know. For me, it just feels like a closure. And I mean, you can also say it's an exaggeration. Of course, I understand that. But I just saw so many amazing things, nature wise, culture wise. And I had so many good experiences while doing volunteering work or just to connect with people that, for me, just thinking about staying in a place forever and going on vacation maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever you have, and that's it? No, I cannot. And as I said, I will happily give up that stability and the safety. And yeah, I rather choose the unknown future and the no plan mindset. And I take all the sacrifices again, like not seeing your family often, same for your friends. Also, let's be honest, it's really hard to find a partner or having a relationship. But I take all of these traits happily just for this experiences I can make while traveling. And will I ever settle down? Maybe. Who knows? But for now, I really enjoy living for a few months or maybe years in a different country and then move on and to see what's coming next. And taking that flight and pushing, especially through the hard times, it ruined my life. Literally. I mean, now boarding a plane is relaxing to me. And being at home, doing 9 to 5, oh my gosh, this scares the shit out of me. It's funny how things can change, right? It's like a Uno reverse card. Solo traveling just opened my horizon so drastically, and I love it. And again, there are sacrifices, but YOLO, you only live once, so make the best out of it and do what feels right for you. It doesn't matter what other people think about your decisions or when they talk about you. It doesn't matter. It's your life and you need to live it how you want it, you know? Because living for other people's expectations, this will lead you to unhappiness. 100% sure. And maybe you also want to start solo traveling now. And I think, or I'm pretty sure, it will have a big impact on yourself. There are good experiences as well as bad ones, but there is an impact, and it's good. You learn from it a lot. And who knows? Maybe it will ruin your life too.